Hey guys, and welcome on into the first episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, MLB trends and betting picks. Baseball season is here. Only one game. And it's kind of weird that the MLB is doing this, but we've got one game on Wednesday, one game on Thursday, and then a bit of a break. And then the rest of the teams will all get to start their MLB season. But I'm excited. Baseball is back. Yes, I'll be sleeping when the game is on, but I'll watch highlights and stuff after. Nick, are you excited baseball's back? What are you thinking right now?
Yeah, and I remember I think they did this a few years ago as well, where they had a couple games in Japan a week before the season started. Then they had opening day a week later or whatever. But yeah, I kind of like this dynamic, and it's two teams that a lot of people either have pretty strong opinion, or most people have pretty strong opinions on. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic for this first matchup too.
Yeah, and it's a perfect that it's this matchup, and it's that you and me are discussing this game because we will both look at this game from different angles, and we'll see what happens here. But good job on the ice, guys. Terry, thank you, Timothy. I appreciate it. Let's go, says Markel. He's ready for baseball. Good intro music. Yeah, that's from last year. Still, we'll be working on the intro video, but MLB, ew, bye. Just kidding, LOL. Padres money line, says IceX. But we will get into it. Only one game to talk about, which is the LA Dodgers and the San Diego Padres, obviously playing in South Korea, neutral field. So San Diego is the home team in this game, but it's neutral field for both teams. Right now, the Dodgers minus 174 to minus 200. Money line favorites, San Diego plus 150 to plus 165. Home dogs, neutral site dogs, 8.5s and 9s when it comes to the total here. And of course, starting pitchers as well, because Tyler Glasnow making his start here on opening day for the Dodgers, and Yu Darvish, I believe he started opening day last year, but maybe I'm wrong. But he's making the start here. And this one, no confirmed lineups here, but we pretty much know maybe some bottom players there might be some changes, but we pretty much know the lineups here going into game one. And I'll take Nick out here and show my place. I'm on Team Dodgers for game one. Dodgers run line. I was going to say puck line, but Dodgers run line minus 120. Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 bases minus 120, and Freddie Freeman over 1.5 bases minus 115. I like the big guns for the Dodgers here in this one. Obviously, it's game one, so I would say tread lightly, but here I am with 3 plays. Ohtani making his debut for the Dodgers. Yes, there's no home fans there, like Dodgers fans, but actually, I don't really know who people in South Korea cheer for. I'm assuming it's going to be a variety of teams. But we'll have to see if there's a team that has the home fan edge there. That'll be interesting to see. But I like the Dodgers to take care of business here in the first game of the season, and that's my play. Bring Nick back in, and Nick, let us know what you think here in this game.
Yeah, for starters here, looking at the starting pitching, it's going to be Tyler Glasnow and Yu Darvish. I give a slight edge to Tyler Glasnow for the starting pitching edge, but I don't think it's that big of an edge. Yu Darvish has been pretty consistent for about a decade now of what type of pitcher he is. And when you look at the starting lineup here for the San Diego Padres, now, no, it doesn't. It's not as good as the Dodgers. We all know it's not as good as the Dodgers. We all know the Dodgers are going to be a 100-win baseball team this year. However, they still got some pretty strong hitters up at the top of the lineup there: Bogarts, Tatis, Machado, Kim, and keep an eye out for Jackson Merrill, who is their top prospect in their prospect pool, who really had a good spring training. And will be making, I'm going to guess, may make his debut in center field with the San Diego Padres here. So he's somebody I'm keeping an eye out for this year as well. I'm kind of high on this Padres team. When you look at the San Diego Padres last year, they were, and I was just scrolling through this, out of all the teams, even the Oakland A's had 21 run wins last year. The Padres were the only team not to break 10 one-run wins. They went 82 and 80 last year, and 73 of their 82 wins were by multiple runs. They lost almost every one-run game last year, 9 and 23. And this is why when I look at the San Diego Padres in general, I think they're going to be one of the best value teams to bet on this season. I like them over their win total. I like them at a nice plus price tag to potentially make the playoffs. Because if you go 9 and 23 last year on one-run games and you finish with 82 wins, now granted they lost Juan Soto in the offseason and Blake Snell, but this is a team that I can see winning back to 85 to 88 games this year and flirting with a wild card spot. I like the Padres to start off here in this game. And the way I look at this is I don't expect Glass now to go more than maybe 5 innings. And when I looked at the bullpen for the Dodgers, I'm not thrilled about it. I think that's going to be, if we're going to poke any holes in the LA Dodgers this year, it's their bullpen. And their bullpen is going to make or break whether or not they can hit that crazy 104 wins they have to for their win total there. But I like the Padres at this big plus price tag. I got plus 170 on Caesars. Both these I got on Caesars. These were the best available lines at the time. And now it's down to a 158 is the best available line that I can get. Actually, I'm seeing plus 162 on FanDuel. This line is dropping. Some money coming in on the Padres and the line moving towards San Diego on this one here. And then the team total over 3. A 3 is a push. And I think that they can get at least, if they can get 2 runs against Glass now, I think they can definitely get 2 runs against the bullpen to get me over that 3. So I do like the team total over 3. A 3 is a push. I kind of like that just in case it's a 4-3 type of loss. But I like the Padres here in this spot. Nice big plus price tag, plus 120, and the team total over 3 over on Caesar Sportsbook at that minus 120 price tag. I think that's a nice little value there. You're muted.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Well, get used to it. Me and Nick disagreeing on a baseball play. Now, a lot of the time in hockey this year, we don't really disagree that much, but when baseball and football come around, we seem to be on different sides a lot. But hey, that's okay. As long as the Dodgers don't win by 1, one of us will be happy here in this one. But we'll go into the comments and see what people are thinking here. Boo. Okay. Fade Otani's debut. Listen, IceX, if there's anybody who should be wishing bad things on Otani, it should be Blue Jays fans.
Oh, come on. You're really not doing
because that. Because he decided to go with the Dodgers after Blue Jays thinking they were going to get him. And he changed his mind and went to the Dodgers. So being that I am still a Blue Jays fan, I can't completely disown them. Yes, I've said before that I'm not a Blue Jays fan anymore, but they're still my team. They're my hometown team. I do have to somewhat cheer for them. So I should be angry with Otani, but to be realistic here, I don't think he hits a home run his first at bat. I know there are people out there that think he's going to hit a home run his first at bat. I actually like this game to start out slow. I think the first couple innings, are going to be low scoring. So I would look at the first 5 under, but I don't know if both pitchers will go 5. Probably maybe 4 in the first game. We'll have to see. But I think we get runs later. Like Nick said about the Dodgers bullpen, I don't think the Padres bullpen is going to be all that great either. I think we get a lot of runs late. So if you want to live bet this, But the issue is that this game is at 6 a.m. tomorrow. So I will not be live betting it because I will be sleeping. So that's unfortunate. But if you are awake at that time, I do think it's going to be low scoring, but it's the first game of the year. Really, who knows what's going to happen? Owen, don't say that. I don't want to. I don't want to see that. Are you actually Tim? Are you actually Tim or are you actually Owen? Because that's something that Tim. Oh no, you're a Baltimore fan. Oh great, that's going to be. It's going to be
Baltimore and
interesting.
Carolina, that's a weird dynamic.
Well, Carolina doesn't have a team, right? So
yeah, no, not yet. I'm hoping
closest team
Raleigh
would be
gets one in the
Baltimore.
next few years.
Well, there you go, Owen. You can switch allegiances when Carolina gets a team, and you can say bye bye to the Orioles. Hopefully, Dodgers run line says Painter Life. I like it. Oh yeah, Otani said psych to the Blue Jays. Pretty much, pretty much. So if anybody should want him to do not so well, it's me. But I think he can get at least a double. I think he's going to at least get a double, if not two singles during the game. That is weird. LOL. Orioles, baby, Orioles.
See, one thing I want to bring up with the Orioles, and I know this. I know this is just talking about the Dodgers and the Padres for this show, but one thing that I will recommend for people who like to play futures, here's a good way to approach the American League East. You look at the Baltimore Orioles schedule to start the year, up until like April 6th. I think I saw they play nothing but cupcakes. Like they get pretty easy schedule to start off the year where I think they should win 20 of their first 27 games, something along those lines. Like they have the schedule to win something like that. But hear me out on this. I don't like the Orioles either long term in this season. They're getting way too hyped for me. Way too much hype for me. I think the best way to do it is let them beat up on the cupcake teams to start the year and then come in and grab the Blue Jays and the Yankees to win the division. I think those two teams will battle it out for the division. The Orioles will as well, but you'll get a better price on the Blue Jays and the Yankees about a month into the season to win the American League East if you just wait for the Orioles to beat up on the cupcakes to start the year.
Now look what you've done, Nicholas. Now look what you've done.
I can talk about
other side of my family's. What?
I said I could talk about cookies too.
Other side of my family's from Baltimore. First MLB game I went to. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, strike that original comment, Owen. And how if Orioles have been one of the best against the spread last two seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. The ultimate question
the last two seasons are the last two seasons, though.
My question behind it is now everybody knows how good the Orioles are. And last year, you were getting them as dogs in a lot of games when they shouldn't have been, or short favorites. How are they going to get priced this year? Because I think they can get priced similar to the way the Dodgers are going to. Now, not as extreme as the Dodgers, because the Dodgers are going to be minus 300 plenty of times this year. But the Orioles are a team that instead of being that minus 115 favorite, they're going to be minus 160 this year. Instead of being that plus 120 underdog, they'll be minus 120. Like they're a team that people have picked up on how good the Orioles are really going to be, and they're going to be priced that way. That's my wonder of how they're going to price the Orioles this year.
All right. And well, that's basically it. We only really have one game, so it's not like we really have too much to talk about here. But that is it for me. I'll take Nick out. We'll do a quick review. Or there's Nick in. There we go. So for me, Dodgers run line minus 120, Otani over 1.5 bases, Freeman over 1.5 bases. No parlay of the day, only one game. You could same game parlay Dodgers money line with Otani and Freeman to get a hit. I think that's plus 105. But because I have the three single plays, I'm not going to parlay them as well. So I like the Dodgers here. And then Nick.
I'm on the Padres. I got him plus 170. I'm seeing plus 162 on FanDuel for legal. Actually, I'm seeing plus 165 on BetMGM now as the best available line for that. on BetSafe, which I don't know what book that is. I'm seeing on BetStamp as the best available line at plus 167. But I got that. And then on Caesar Sportsbook, I got the team total over 3 at minus 120 as well.
All right. And that is the first baseball show. See the last comment here. Okay. All right. Best of luck, everyone, on your MLB bets. And we will see you on the next show. Thanks for watching, guys.